Good morning, everybody. Mike Page, operations for the Fairview Fire, September 11th, 2022, with an operational update for you guys. Yesterday was a very successful day due to the weather. Crews were able to access parts of the fire that were previously inaccessible due to fire behavior and difficulty in getting into those areas. So starting in Branch 1, Division Alpha and Division Bravo, crews were able to really get in there, bolster some of our control lines, really begin to start mopping up some of the pockets of heat interior on the fire there in the Rouse Ridge area. Moving into Division Delta and Foxtrot, we were able to insert some crews in there yesterday into the Batista Canyon area. Those crews were able to start picking up the fire line direct, meaning that they were able to get right up on the fire line and start punching in direct hand line to really secure the whole Batista Canyon area, again from Division Delta into Division Foxtrot, down towards the Red Mountain area. Jumping over into Branch 3, Division Hotel, Division Lima. Those areas there, really west of Red Mountain. Again, crews had a very successful day with efforts continuing mop-up, continuing line construction on some very critical areas of the fire. Again, really to focus on and emphasize the future repopulation of the communities in the areas of Division Hotel and Division Lima. Really emphasizing making those areas safe for the public once they do re-enter that area, and continue with tactical patrol and mop up to ensure that the area is safe for repopulation in the future. Moving into Branch 5, Division Mike, Tango, and X-Ray. Here very soon we look to begin repopulation of those areas. We want to ensure that our firefighters are doing everything possible to make the area safe for that potential repopulation, and they will continue to have a very heavy presence out there to ensure any work that's needed to be done out there is getting completed. As you heard from our incident meteorologist, today the weather's going to be a little warmer, a little drier. There's going to be a potential for an increase in fire behavior in certain areas of the fire perimeter. Really want to emphasize having folks all the way around this thing being aggressive and diligent in our actions to make the area safe for any potential repopulation. One thing I want to bring up for folks, I understand that with the last couple of days of changing weather, the rain that we received over the incident, the lack of visible smoke out there, there have been a lot of questions as to why we still have evacuation orders in certain places on the around the fire perimeter. We need the opportunity to ensure that when folks return back to their houses, it is safe. There is still a lot of potential on this fire. There is still potential for areas within the fire perimeter that continues to retain heat to be able to become active again and potentially threaten the communities in the immediate area around the fire. So with that, the threat that exists from some of the damage that the fire has done to the area in terms of infrastructure, power lines, roads, things of that nature. We want to ensure that the area is safe before we have folks repopulate those communities. Again, this fire still possesses a lot of potential to move around, which is why it is imperative that we do everything we can to jump on the opportunity that the weather's given us to get in there as fast as possible to allow for folks to be able to get back into their communities, back into their homes as soon as they can.
Incident meteorologist Matt Mehle on the Fairview Fire with today's weather forecast. So last night we saw another solid night of humidity recoveries across the fire, which is great news. This morning we're starting off with a little bit of cloud cover, but the clouds will slowly fade away by mid-morning. The concerns for today's operational period for the firefighters on the line will be more sunshine. That's going to lead to hotter and drier conditions. Additionally, we're still holding on to some tropical moisture streaming in from the south. The daytime heating combined with that moisture will lead to a chance of afternoon thunderstorms. Any thunderstorms that develop have the possibility of producing gusty winds, dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning, and brief heavy rain. Given that we have brief heavy rain in the forecast due to thunderstorms, the National Weather Service out of San Diego has actually issued a flash flood watch, and that will be valid through 10 o'clock tonight. By later tonight, the threat for thunderstorms will end, winds will decrease, and we'll have another night of solid humidity recoveries.
Good morning. My name is Stephen Volmer. I'm the Fire Behavior Analyst with CAL FIRE Incident Management Team 6 here on the Fairview incident in Riverside County. So with this moisture that we've got coming up and still lingering from Tropical Storm K, we've had a big decrease in the fire activity across the entire area. But we are still finding a lot of creeping and smoldering fire out there in the steep drainages in Batista Canyon and Avery Canyon. The brush out there is super dense, very thick, and old. So a lot of the moisture has not reached down to the ground and the surface fuels to moisten that up, so that's where we're still getting the fire activity. The resources out there today are going to be going out on seek and destroy missions to find any smoke or creeping fire that they can to extinguish that. That way we can leave this fire 100% out before we get any of the Santa Ana winds that come up here in the next couple of weeks and months. So the fire area hasn't seen fire since 1924 as well as 1928. So there's a big gap in history where nothing is burned out in this area. With that being said, resources will be very busy over the next couple of days, making sure this fire is 100% out, all the hot spots are extinguished, and we don't have anything remaining, and that the public will be able to go back into their homes as quickly as possible. Thank you and have a great day.
We appreciate you guys' patience, understand some of the frustrations that exist. As we continue to move forward and make progress, we'll keep you updated. That concludes the update at this time. You guys have a great day. Thank you.